Some parts of the country seeing an uptick in COVID-19 infections. 27 states are seeing a rise in cases. Right now, Georgia is not one of them. Meanwhile, one Metro Atlanta medical school leading the way with COVID-19 mitigation. Morehouse School of Medicine has kept its COVID rate under 1% since the start of the pandemic. CBS 46's Haley Mason live at MSM tonight with how their prevention methods, Haley, could help beyond their campus.
Sean, Morehouse School of Medicine has been so successful at its COVID model that they launched a podcast to talk about it. Going inside their buildings, it's quite restrictive, but they've been very successful at keeping their numbers at nearly unheard of levels. And right now, students are telling me it seems like their personal responsibility to keep themselves and this entire West End community safe.
We're all future healthcare professionals.
These 3 students at the Morehouse School of Medicine have become accustomed to this weekly COVID testing routine.
And now that we're back on campus, we still keep with that cadence of testing once a week.
They're part of a community of nearly 2,000 people testing and tracking COVID each week. They see it as a personal responsibility.
Our main goal is to make sure that we're protecting not only ourselves, but also each other.
And their statistics are nearly unheard of. The Morehouse School of Medicine tells us they've stayed under a 1% COVID positivity rate throughout the 2-year pandemic.
Pre-Omicron, it was down to less than 0.5%.
Dr. Michelle Nichols is a professor of family medicine.
We never shut our clinics down. We have been able to bring back a sense of normalcy to the community.
Nichols tells us that MSM is one of the few colleges in the country to reopen and return to class in May of 2020 at the height of the pandemic.
So we did a social contract with everyone. By that, we said that we, as personally, you are going to do what it takes to keep yourself and the community safe.
The students and faculty didn't simply return to the classroom, they returned to the community, testing South Atlanta and the West End, vaccinating people who could, and offering booster shots and health care in their clinics.
The safety behaviors that Morehouse School of Medicine has instituted translated to all the other campuses as well.
They see themselves as a model for other schools and companies as normalcy and safety continue to merge.
We develop a toolkit, but how do you do this? We want people to see that this is possible. You just have to have a commitment.
And so this has certainly taken a measure of diligence and dedication here. Also discipline. They test weekly. They have required vaccination, and now they are mask optional and still hovering well below a 1% COVID rate throughout this pandemic. We'll have more on their newly launched podcast on this on our CBS 46 website and app. Reporting live outside the Morehouse School of Medicine, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Haley, thank you.